thing that made me go, this parasite called Gary in The Golden Bachelor is a red flag. Okay, I want to use scenes from this silly show that cast a complete liar, a seemingly sociopathic man as the Bachelor, which is not that surprising given that they always like drama and stuff. We had a whole cast of like 25 or so amazing women. I mean, we don't know these women, but they all seem really smart and funny. And I love that it was more about friendship and how much they loved each other than this loser. So many of the things that I talk about in terms of like, watch out, men do this. This dude literally proved my point. The finale is tonight. I'm in France, so I won't see it till tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure, given what we know about this man now, that he's going to choose this woman. Could be wrong. Seems like he actually loves the other lady. I mean, he straight up said, I love you to her, and he wouldn't say it to anyone else. But she fits his profile of what he's looking for. Now that we know that he exploits women and is a liar and on the hobosexual spectrum in terms of like making women go 50-50, only wanting really skinny women, okay? Like in the click on the comment to see my last 2 videos to explain just how awful this man is. But the girlfriend that he had that he lied about that no one knew about until the Hollywood Reporter did this expose, she gained 10 pounds and he was like, you're going out like that? Like caused their whole breakup. Well, Teresa's, she's a thin little thing. Perfect for him. He seems to care a lot about the weight of women. Blech. Also seems to be really insistent that women cater to him. He kept wanting that ex-girlfriend that he literally lied about having. He kept trying to pressure her to move in with him. Do not move anywhere for a man. Y'all know I talk about this all the time. Do not move anywhere for a man. That man already thinks that he's the sun and you're just going to orbit around him, which I think is why he likes Teresa. Because Carolyn, for over a year, drove 5 hours every weekend to go visit this dude. Again, don't do this for men. They should be coming to you. You should not be doing this for them. Because this dude, after a year of trying to convince her, she finally moved in with him, which was like less than a year after his wife died. Dude wasted no time, was dating someone within a month of his wife dying. So again, all those tears of my wife having it, it's all BS. As soon as she moved in, he was like, yeah, you got to pay $1,000 a month to be here. Even though he pressured her into moving, made her quit her job, and she negotiated down to $850. This part right here, this dude wanted to go Dutch on every date. They're living together in a committed relationship. He promised her mother he would marry her. And yet, look at this. No, 50-50. Just like the red pill dudes, y'all. I'm telling you, the men from yesteryear who are practically dead are just as entitled and 50-50 with their stupid thinking as like these young fresh and fit dudes. Look at this part right here. But he knows he should be paying. The fact that he had to hand the money over as if he's paying, even though she had to slide it to him. Like, these men want the credit for being a provider and protector, even though they only provide for themselves. They provide us with stress and like take years off our life, and they only protect themselves and their money and their self-interest. But he wants to be the big boy provider. So he's literally having her sneak money so then he could be like, here you go. I have seen so many men do this. It's emasculating to actually split the bill in their mind. So to manage their image with the rest of the world, they pretend like they're paying for it while making her pay. And one last thing, despite this woman, Carolyn, uprooting her whole life to move 5 hours away to live in some tiny town on a lake, him and his dead wife's house, a wife he got over pretty quick. As soon as she was like not skinny enough for him, he kicked her out and then made her move out really fast. She broke her foot or whatever, had to have foot surgery. There's a hospital bill to prove that in case anyone's wondering if this woman made it all up. And he accused her of falling as an excuse to prolong her stay. Even suggested that she did all that to sue him. This man, cheap, hobosexual, parasite, vampire, whatever you want to call him. These traditional men weren't even paying bills, apparently. Left this woman who was in a walker in the dead of winter have to stay in a hotel. So when she took Gary to go meet her family, based on all of her activity on the show before this episode, I was like, oh, she seems really desperate. I understand that. I understand she wants to find love again, but she doesn't understand apparently how manipulative men are and what parasites they are. Her family was like, oh, she really wants a man in her life. And God bless her daughter. I love the way this woman was grilling Gary. She was playing nice because they were on TV. Right away, she's like, so what do you like about my mom? Take note. This is a very important question. Men answer this question says so much. As manipulative as Gary was, he failed this test really bad. Like, well, I mean, there's a lot I like about your mom. The first thing is how she looks at me. This man, that is his number one reason for every single woman that he talks about is how she looks at him. That is a problem. That's the problem. He doesn't see her. He doesn't know her. He doesn't care. Men who are like, I love the way she looks at me. I love what she does for me. I love that she makes me a better person. I love that she's a good mother and a good cook. None of that has to do with her as a human being who existed before he entered her life. All those things that he's saying don't apply to her as an individual. Oh, and I love that she's always leaning in. Yeah. Maybe she has hearing problems, bro. More likely than not, based on her behavior throughout this show, it's because she really wants to be picked. She really wants to find love. And she keeps forgetting that she's the prize, not him. That's honestly why I hate this show and the whole premise. But all these amazing women who've lived very full lives competing over this loser who we now know is just a liar, wasn't a restaurateur, he literally owned a burger joint. He was a janitor, he installed hot tubs, he lies about everything, doesn't pay bills, wants women to go 50-50. Like, this dude is not even a cat. And all these amazing women are competing for this crap. And she's a good listener to me talk. I don't care what she has to say. That's what he's saying there. She's so sweet. Sweet is not a compliment for women. Sweet, nice, generous. I'm just drawn to her. By what? This reminds me of Izzy from Love is Blind. Never answered the question, what are you going to do for money? Oh, I'll figure it out. I'm doing great. Same thing here. What do you like about my mom? I'm just drawn to her. And she's like, okay, so but like, what happens if this works out? Y'all live in different states. It's like, yeah, good question. If it's right with somebody, you figure it out. The same way Izzy from Love is Blind. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out the finances. Even though he literally was lying about how broke he was. This is a terrible answer. Oh, a man asked you to move to his country with him? Y'all know I warn people all the time about this. Come move to France or Italy to be with me. Yeah, but what about immigration? What am I going to do for work? What about my family? What about la? If it's meant to be, we'll figure it out. That is not an answer. The daughter asks, I love her question. So you were married before. So are you falling in love with my mom? Important question. Well, that's such a hard question. Here we go again. I'm stalling. He's trying to think, what am I going to say? I'm not even sure I know what that feels like. What? Oh, to fall in love again. It's funny because Carolyn brought receipts. Is this you, Gary? Did you not send Carolyn this text right after your wife died? You're the right woman for me. No need to look farther. Gary claims he doesn't remember what love feels like. Last time he fell in love was 1968, 2017, when you were sending those texts to Carolyn. Basically, he was like, moving close to your mom, getting to know her more, and I don't know right now. Daughter also talked about how that her mom is very close with that family. She's over at their house like every day. That's what makes me mad at Teresa. When she was talking to her daughter, she was like, he's so handsome, right? I like him so much. She almost looks crazy when she's talking about him. Get that? She's excited. It's TV too. I wish her daughter would have thrown some water in her face. Wake up, mom. And then she says this. Please do not rush into relationships with these men. We can justify this all the time. I'm not going to waste any more time. Life's short. I'm old. You don't know this man. You clearly haven't looked at his LinkedIn yet. That's because they won't let you have your phone, so I get it. I'm falling in love with him. I was like, yeah, this is the first guy you've ever brought home. So, yeah, see? I was waiting for him. Y'all, so many women fall into this. It's not love. This is limerence. I need more women to Google this. Also made the critical mistake of telling him she loves him. This does not win over men. Doing this. It's like, oh, Teresa. It's like, I can't picture my life without you. It's like, that makes me feel so special. And she's like, let's kiss. That response should worry you. She's like, mwah. Not only is Teresa way too accommodating and nice, therefore easily exploited, she's also got money. Wealth management. She's a perfect match for a parasite, which is why he didn't choose her. I can do a whole video on why she didn't get picked. Let me